reel it in. I got the bag, tell a friend. She got some ass, bring it in. Bitch, I'm the new CNN, yeah.
Hi, loves. It's Robin Eve.
And it's Lady T.
Oh, it's weird doing it that way. Well, okay, we'll leave it.
We're the new CNN. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we are coming back with a YouTube happenings. I know we did one talking about Queen Naija and Little Mo and that little beef, which was kind of a YouTube type of thing, but not because Little Mo's not on YouTube. But this one is poor Queen. So she just had her baby, and it feels like it's been non-stop drama since this girl has had her child. Ridiculousness. So it all started with, so baby Legend was born, and Queen's sister gets online and put up a post, and let's just read. Now, I don't know if people have seen the post or not, but I'll put it up. So, kind of a little bit of backstory. It's kind of already been speculated that Queen and her new boyfriend, Clarence, does not get along with Queen's mom and sister.
Okay.
And even her grandma has came out and made some videos too.
Making videos?
Yeah, girl, making videos and kind of insinuating that maybe Clarence is controlling Queen, and then it just took fire from there. Now everyone that wants to jump on the hate Clarence bandwagon, which I think there's so many people that still, for some God unknown reason, ungodly reason, likes Chris still and kind of wants Queen and Chris to be together.
Okay.
So I really feel like it's got to be these people, because it makes no sense to me that you would want someone to go back to someone who has disrespected them publicly, cheated publicly. Like, doesn't make any sense to me. And it allegedly has hit her. So weird. But so there's these people that jumped on that bandwagon, and now you see it all the time. There's millions. I mean, you can Google it, you can YouTube it. There's so many videos of people trying to dissect that Clarence is controlling Queen. I mean, so many videos breaking apart any video that they do. Oh, look what he did here when he did this. And my whole thing is, this man has not done nothing that I have seen for me to be like, oh yeah, that's a little controlling. Like,
yeah,
not nothing. Like, it's the stupidest stuff. So
yeah, and I don't too much follow the Queen and Clarence and Chris stuff, but I did when she had the baby. I went back on her page. I wanted to see how the relationship looked to me. You know, I don't follow any of them or whatever. Follow the story. But I didn't, I'm like you, I didn't get a sense that he was controlling to her. I did get a sense that he what's the word? He looks at her with admiration, and that he cares about her, he loves her. I mean, she's a beautiful person, he's a beautiful man. I've seen a lot of times where he would kind of wait for her response on certain things, and them certain things, like, babe, no, he wouldn't do it. So I didn't get a sense of like, we're going to film this and this and that, because I think it would be stupid. To be honest with you, no one knew who Clarence was until she got with him, got pregnant by him. So I think it would be stupid for you to even mess up that brand, you know what I'm saying, to where people who hate Clarence so much would not F with Queen because of Clarence. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that makes sense. And then the family's accusations are true. I don't know. We have to definitely.
I just feel like they're two different people, because two different situations. Like, if you actually go back and look at some of the videos with Queen and Chris, I immediately got controlling. Like, immediately.
Yeah, Chris.
Because I'm not someone who was like a fan before. I too, once they started getting posted on social media, was when I started looking into it and kind of going back and looking at their old videos and stuff like that. So very recent for me. And so just looking at them, I was like, he just seems like, I don't know. So it seems like a totally different person with Clarence. But anyways, that's just a little bit of backstory. So, so then the baby was born, and let me tell you, I already, like, some of the other videos that were being put up, I would comment on them.
Yeah.
And I knew that this was going to happen. I can honestly say that I've been on both sides, I can say. Like, I've been on the side of the family, where I witnessed someone I love be with someone who I didn't want them to be with.
Okay.
And then I've been on the other side where it's like you get into a relationship and it gets serious, and then you and this person start to build your lives together, and you both start to adapt, you both start to change, and then everyone in the outside looks at it like, oh, you're changing, you're doing this to him, you're doing this to her, you're making him be this way, you're making her be this way. So I've been on both sides.
Yeah.
So I knew it was going to come down to a thing where Queen's family was doing all of this stuff prior to the baby being here. And I said, watch when that baby gets born. Watch what happens. Because they've been going online for months now with Queen and Clarence not saying anything online, at least. I don't know what's said behind closed doors, but at least online. And I said, how long is somebody supposed to take? You continuously going online and bashing them, bashing their family, literally bashing their family as well, friends, all of that. Everything to do with Clarence was evil and controlling and this and that. So how long is somebody supposed to put up with that before it's like, I got you, I'll show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah.
And I said, when that baby is born, they keep forgetting that is going to be part of Clarence. It's not going to just be Queen's baby. It's not going to be a situation like with CJ, baby CJ or whatever, where Chris kind of really doesn't have an option on how much time CJ spends with baby CJ.
Yeah.
Well, how much Chris doesn't have an option, basically, to be like, they can't see him, since they're separated.
Yeah.
But this is a situation where Queen and Clarence are together. So I knew if he wasn't going to like somebody, I imagine it would be some, like, you can't be around my child type of thing. So anyway, Queen's sister, Tina, went online and posted up a series of Instagram little quotes or whatever, or snaps. So the first thing she said, Mom went out of her way to come to the hospital like you asked her, for him to disrespect her and tell her to leave. He had no say. You only known boy for 2 years and Mom for 23. You don't disrespect his mom. Why should he disrespect yours? I don't care what y'all say. My mama deserves some respect. The Lord knows her heart, and y'all seen how she went out of her way. I'm tired of these niggas trying to play picture perfect for the camera, and that's not what it is. Queen, you not saying nothing. This your mother. How dare you go against the grain? Shit not flying that. This the last straw. We tired of holding shit in, which gave us all the reason to tell it all. Clarence, you got something coming for disrespecting Mom Dukes on God. I don't know who niggas think they is. Shit finna get hectic and come out of the dark. Y'all asking me why I don't call my sister. That's the thing. I don't have one to call anymore. He took her away from her family. What sister wouldn't feel this way? Y'all love y'all fans and supporters. Tell them the truth. They deserve all of this. Ain't they royalty squad? I mean, would y'all boyfriend disrespect y'all mom? Am I right or am I wrong? Come on. Only brought it to social media because nothing was said behind closed doors. So, terrible.
Okay, let me just say this. And like I said again, this is going off. I don't know the background story. But for far as I know, Queen and Clarence have not said anything thus far into what Clarence said.
Yeah,
about this statement the sister made. So my whole thing was when the sister makes statements like, that why she comes to social media and this and that, I just feel like Queen has been in too many public situations and had public appearances and played at small gigs, big gigs, whatever, for you not to be able to get in contact with your sister. So I get the whole thing of social media, but I do have a problem when it's something that serious. And I think this is a very personal situation because now I feel like the family, and I may be speaking wrong, is trying to get people on their side and to go against this relationship. I don't get where this stems from. You know what I'm saying? Like, it baffles me. Now, could be a thing because Queen has not, far as we know, has not said anything publicly about the situation.
No, she has not.
Has not said anything. I think I will be compelled if someone that I'm with and just had a child with and we're together and my family keeps bashing this man and saying this man's controlling me. That's one of my pet peeves in life. I want a chance to defend myself or get someone to understand my reason, my point of what's going on with me instead of people speaking on my behalf. So I'm shocked that Queen, and she doesn't have to be like to make a whole long statement. Just say something to squash the mess, and then call your sister, call your mother, so we can pull this stuff off social media. You know, because I mean, like I said, a lot of people are getting involved, and it's just getting out of hand. So I think Robin's gonna.
Yeah. So Clarence, I mean, they really haven't really said anything. Mm-hmm. So Clarence finally said, "Oh, he's been tweeting up a storm since the last thing I seen." So let me scroll down.
That's all his tweets?
Yeah, that's all his tweets, man. Okay. So he says, being blood don't make you family. Loyalty does. I 1,000% agree with that.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
People in my family that I never spoke to saying I changed because I won't give them money or hang out with them when I couldn't even get a text before. Family be the most toxic sometimes. Yes, they do. I got my own family I'm trying to build, and I'm trying to give my son everything I never had. Ooh. I don't have time to chill. Respect it. I'm good, y'all. I just want to share the type of shit we go through. I actually woke up in a good mood. I thought I made this clear, but if you mistreat or disrespect Queen, I don't fuck with you at all. Big caps, big cap letters. There ain't no playing both sides. If you want to get along with me, get along with her. That goes for my family and friends and hers. So that's what he said. And then he was like, the truth always shows. So that was all I needed to see for for it to put behind what I was saying. And I think what this is a classic case of a girl who's used to giving people what they want, doing what Queen, can you do this? Can you do this? And she goes along with it. Mm-hmm. She's used to being in a former relationship where she didn't have a say-so in how things worked. So it was a thing of, she basically had no power.
Yeah.
So she's used to that thing of people walking over her, using her, whatever the case may be. And I think that she has gotten into a relationship with someone who is making her stand up for herself, or giving her. Yeah, she's with someone who is giving her that strength to stand up for herself, or the encouragement. Let me not say making her, but encouraging her to stick her ground and stand up for herself, and not let people walk all over you, and to not let people go and disrespect you and then call you and then need something.
Exactly.
Like, I think he's put his foot down about it.
Yeah.
And there was something too that he said when he was saying that if you don't get along with her, you don't get along with him. So that leads me to believe there's a lot of maybe Queen confiding in him about the way her family has treated her in the past. Mm-hmm. And it does make you start to feel some type of way about people. And I think if I had to say something bad about Clarence, that's what I would say, is that you can't form an opinion or a judgment against people based off of what Queen has told you. It may be true, but that's her place to react. Mm-hmm. And I think what has happened is that, like any normal person probably would do, is he's formed a negative opinion about her family. Yeah. So he's kind of not tolerant with them. He's very short patient with them. He's very quick to, the minute it looks like they're doing something wrong, he probably is like, shut it down, you know? And I think it's got to be Queen to do those things. It can't come from you. And we've all noticed that he's so quick to protect her. He's so quick to, when someone comes at her on social media, he's the first one to say something. Mm-hmm. And people call her, oh, he's always in Queen's mess and this and that. He's protective. And he just admitted that that's what it is. I told you guys in my last video, I'm the same way. Like, I'm so quick, I probably would say something faster than the person who's being approached if it's my family. Mm-hmm. So I get that type of personality. But I have learned, because like I said, I've been on both sides of the fence. I have learned that I would rather keep a relationship with my siblings or my loved ones, someone who I really care about, more than hating the person that they're with.
Yeah.
End of the day.
And she can attest to that. I'm really like that. I when you were talking, I was just thinking about what you were saying, and I think it's very true when you made the statement that I think because none of this stuff happened when her and Chris were together.
No, I did.
Like they didn't like Chris either.
Yeah, and that's why I say too. That's a classic tale right there. That's a notion right there. Even Chris has said in other videos that her family is kind of always, you know.
Okay, so let's go back to the simple fact of like what you said. If Queen has always been the type of person that, what they call the yes man.
Yeah.
Always doing this, always doing it. She gets in a relationship and that family doesn't like it because when she gets into a relationship and she has to focus on that relationship, especially having a child, that takes away from, I can't be there for mama all the time. I can't give sister money all the time. I can't go take grandma the newspaper. I can't do all that. So the first thing is they want to do, oh gosh, she done got such a, she changing, or she done got popularity, she's changing, she's acting different. Because I honestly can say, in my situation, it's 4 of us siblings. I'm the only one that's not in a relationship. So I do look at myself being the vessel for my family, which I enjoy. Does it get aggravating sometimes? To a certain extent, but who I am as a person, I like doing for my family. I do know when that moment comes that I get into a relationship, I'm not going to be able to be there for my family like that because I have to focus on my impending family.
Oh, really?
Listen. You ready? Yeah. And it's going to be hard for me.
It's going to be difficult for me. I'm telling you. I already told her I know that would be difficult for me.
It's going to be difficult for, because even like, Robin's married and, and I love my brother-in-law, but, sometimes I have to realize she's married. We can't do all the things that we would normally do as sisters with her being single. I have to respect that relationship. I have to respect her husband. So I have to get understanding like, okay, I can't go knock on her door, just do stuff that I would do if she wasn't with her husband. So I think for Queen's family, it just got to get to a point where you going on social media, you posting up all these negative things about your sister and about Clarence and about Chris and whoever. Number one, that's not going to get you to see your nephew and your grandson and your great-grand any faster because this man has stood his ground. Mm-hmm. And like he said, he's going to protect his family, protect his son, and give his family, and especially his son, the things that he's never had, which probably is being love, guidance, protecting, all that stuff. So when you constantly attack this man and then attack this relationship, you're making it worse. Mm-hmm. And they're not in a point where they need anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Queen is...
she pays for everything.
She pays for everything. She's blowing up. Mm-hmm. So she's going to get her body back together, which I think she posted a picture of it. It looks good after having a C-section at that. Mm-hmm. To make this money and be able to do more things that she would able to do being 9 months pregnant on the stage. Per Little Mo feels like she should have been singing. But anyways, so I my whole thing to the family is you got to come to a point. You have to respect the relationship. Whether or not you feel like Clarence is doing this and controlling her, listen, nobody can be controlled that don't want to be controlled.
Yeah.
So if Queen likes it, in her situation, yeah. Because this is, keep it real. We didn't know who Clarence was until they got together, until she got pregnant by him. And the only reason I even know who Queen is because it was such a big spectacle when she got pregnant. I was like, who cares about this girl getting pregnant? Who is she? Because I don't follow I don't follow their story. So, I really do hope that it comes to things. Take this off social media.
That's the first thing. That's the first social media because at the end of the day, people forgive each other. Mm-hmm. You guys will probably make up or get to a point where you will speak, but that girl will never forget that you've done this.
Yeah.
Will never, especially in a situation where she is blowing up, and I feel like this does nothing but cause drama and tarnish her image, and it could potentially ruin upcoming, opportunities.
Yeah.
You guys are literally doing things that could ruin opportunities for her by bringing so much drama to the internet.
And it's unnecessary. I really feel like, did I say something? I forgot what I said something. I was texting a friend and we were just talking about relationships. My relationship with my parents is important to me. My relationship with my siblings is important to me. And like Robin said, I'm not, however, if I may dislike my in-laws, I'm not going to mess up my relationship with her because of me not liking her husband for whatever reason, which I love my brother-in-law, you know, but I'm not willing to risk that because I love her more than I would hate anybody. I love my brother more than I hate anybody he's with and my baby sister. I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
So you might not like it, but at the end of the day, that's who they choose. So Queen chooses Clarence. Respect that because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And if it don't work out, you be there for her.
Yeah.
Not to, oh, I told you so and so. You know, you be there for her.
Because that's what I feel like it is.
It's going to happen.
It's setting up to be a I told you so. And I said that is pathetic that there's so many people waiting for this guy to hurt her.
Yeah.
So that what is that
so
about?
That is you waiting for people to fail.
And to be honest, everything that people are doing and saying and throwing at them, I would be shocked if they make it through it. Because that's stressful on anybody. Y'all were literally creating a problem that probably didn't exist until her family threw it out there because they were mad. You know, I think it's crazy to me. That whole situation is crazy. Oh, then her mom went and did like a couple of videos. One video she was like, silence is something, and then she was in the video talking about I remain silent, and then throwing these Bible scriptures and, you know, saying God will heal this and things may not be where they are. And I'm sitting here thinking, so you consider that being silent? Because it's not.
It's not.
It's passive aggressive. And I put that comment right on her video. It's very passive and it's passive aggressive.
Yeah.
And you say these things and then throw a scripture in there and then that's supposed to counterbalance. Like, no, that's not how that works. It still has the same effect as if you were cursing in the video and going off. It's the same thing. If you want to truly remain silent, get off social media. Stop making YouTube videos and doing these little innuendo. I just saw that word and knew I was saying it wrong. Innuendos. But stop. That's what it is. There's all these subliminal reading between the line type of things that you are saying you're causing more harm than you are good.
Yeah.
You are.
It's not worth it.
It's not.
You know, if the family does ever watch this video or if people tag them in it, that would be the biggest thing. I just really encourage you guys. Like I said, you know, this needs to be done in true silence, meaning that we shouldn't go on social media or YouTube or anything and see, oh God, Queen's mom released another video or the sisters released a statement. Like, handle the situation behind closed door because it's dragging a lot of people in and influencing situations and creating more. Because at the end of the day, what's most important is those two little boys. That need to have a relationship with their grandmother and their great grandmother and their aunt.
Exactly.
You know, so
your two grandsons.
Yes.
Not your grandson and her child, because she kept doing that in the video too. Her mama.
Grandson and her
like
child.
kept calling CJ her grandson, my grandson, and then when she was referring to the baby, it was like the baby, her child. Like she wasn't, you know, like that.
First of all, madam, that's your grandson, CJ's little baby brother. Legend?
Yes.
Okay, he's not the baby. He is a baby, but he's not the baby. Your grandson has a name, and you don't want to even cross that line.
Oh, yeah, girl,
you're older,
She didn't say his name or nothing.
You don't want to cross that line and think you're going to divide those two boys because they're being raised together. He knows that's his little baby brother. So don't, even if you get a chance to see little CJ, you know, don't even, that's your brother or that's the baby. No,
because I'm telling you, if that
that's
even seems like it's a situation, Queen, Clarence, Chris, cut that relationship off immediately.
Yeah.
If it looks like she's about to split them in between each other or split the brothers or show more attention to little CJ than baby Renzo, cut it out right there. She won't never see CJ again until she get her mind right. Because I have seen how that plays out. I have seen how that works as children being put through that and then growing up and seeing how people act as adults when they're played against each other like that. It's toxic.
Yeah.
Stop being toxic. Like she said, get on social media and fix it. Go to some counseling. Do what you need to do. Don't depend on Queen, because I feel like that's where a lot of issues are. When you start doing stuff for your family, you blow up and this and that and the third, people expect you to continue to do that.
Yeah.
So find your own lane.
It can't.
It's never going to. Especially when she gets her own family, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Like I said, you have whether you like it or you have to respect the relationship. Mm-hmm. You have to respect it. And it's not worth you losing a relationship with your grandson and your daughter because of your feelings for Clarence. Mm-hmm. It should be a round table, and everybody should come to this round table. Y'all got to call Jada Pinkett Smith and use her red table and have a meet and greet.
Get a call like Yana,
fix my life, fix my world, fix something. You know, it needs to be handled that way, and I still think that should be done off social media.
Yeah.
Off television. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the whole thing. Everybody's trying to make a quick buck. And, you know, and, I mean, of course, I would love to. I mean, if we blow up, of course.
And I'm not going to lie, if you were to go on any of those shows, I would be tuned in. Everybody would.
I would watch.
Oh, that's so bad.
But not for the middle. I mean, I always want to see how things turn out.
I do. I'm really interested to see what is said, especially with Fix My Life, like how she's able to turn things around. And because that was one of my early passions was psychology.
Hold on, sidebar. Did you watch it when she had Duchess and all them on there?
No, I still got it saved. I hadn't seen it.
That was good. Off topic, I'm sorry.
But anyway,
so tell us what you think.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Please comment. I know we're probably a little behind with the story, but it's going to be an ongoing thing. It'll probably be something posted up.
It is, because like you said, I think, well, unless they go the Beyonce route, because, you know, we were 1,000% sure that they were going to have to release a statement about that elevator incident, and they never did.
Well, you know why I think so? About that, because Wendy Williams said, I think elevators have sound.
Yeah.
The video itself of them just showing out in salon doing what she did, that's not the money. We want to know what was said. Who took the notes? What was said? Because that was an aggressive conversation. But anyway, so like I said, we comment below.
Yeah.
I know we have some people that want us to start looking at some shows again, so we can get our perspective. So we'll definitely be doing that.
We want to start doing live reactions of us watching, like, I don't know if you guys like Project Runway. So we want to start recording us reacting to the garments, and then all the way up until the elimination, because we never get it right.
I don't know what listen, we never get it right.
Yeah.
And every time when they would come down the runway, we were like, oh God, that's bad, and that was ugly. But they would always pick the ugly shit.
The ugly one.
And we'd be like, well, yeah, we must don't know nothing. But you know what
so we want
I shop at Family Dollar for my clothing.
Yeah.
Right here,
so
you know.
we're gonna start doing we're gonna start doing those videos, and then you know what this week is? This is Grammy week. So we will be doing a live viewing of us watching
I feel
the
like
Grammys.
The Grammys are on like a redemption tour, because they're pulling out all the stuff. They're having a whole Motown tribute, which...
Redemption from what?
I don't know. No, that's the Oscars I'm thinking about. I don't know. But anyways, they're going to have a Motown tribute. I am there. And if Robin feels like it, I'm probably going to dance and sing the whole entire tribute. So just give me all good laughs. But yeah, if you like our live reactions,
Motown. But anyways,
if you like our live reactions, let us know, and we will start watching shows live for you guys, because Rent was fun.
It's very fun.
And somebody had literally, I like when people watch the video and then they put a specific time when something was funny to them. And when I read the comment and I actually went back and watched the video, I bust out laughing at myself of our reaction to
Angel and that last note.
She's like, tomorrow.
Shut up. All right, y'all. We're going to get...
For me.
Oh, God. Shut up.
She said, tomorrow. For me.
Okay. guys later.